A pleasant day to everyone. For today's lesson, we will discuss about the different contemporary art techniques, performance practices, and the local art materials here in the Philippines. And these are the objective. Number one, you student will identify the different techniques and performance practices applied to contemporary arts. The second objective is that you will state the main characteristics of a local as the material for the contemporary art. And for the last, you can demonstrate the ways by which local materials and techniques can translate concepts and feelings about the local and experiential artwork. Now, we have here the technique. So, first is the writing. Ayan. So, in writing technique, madami yan. Let's say the example is we compose or we emphasize some multiple senses. Example, the sound, the scent, ayan, sinusulat natin. Or whatever the senses or whatever the sound of a certain things, ayan, dinidescribe natin into writing. Okay, so another technique, ayan, gumagawa tayo ng mga story. Okay, that story have intrigue part. Ayan, may mga settings na kung saan i-imagine ng mga viewers or ng mga readers kung ano yung nangyayari sa story. At marami pa pong ibang technique. Okay, when we talk about writing. Next is we have the acting technique. And acting technique, usually it forms in drama. Okay, so this kind of technique, okay, dapat ang actor or yung actresses natin, they have a certain skills. Like for example, having a different facial expression or the way the movement of their body or their gesture to portray whatever the role or character given to them. And also, we have the musical. So, sa musical, hindi lang po ito singing, no? Even yung dancing, yan. Basta lahat po ng nilalapatan ng musika. Okay, that's part of the musical technique. Now, in terms of musical technique, again, meron tayong mga different instrument dyan. Okay? Yung mga notes, o kaya yung mga pagkapa sa gitara, o kaya the beat, no? That is also part of the musical technique. Now, specifically, we were going to talk about the dancing technique in terms of music. So, in dancing technique, we have here the mirroring. So, pag sinabing mirroring, the two dancers or the two performer, okay, face each other and doing the same steps. And when it comes to retrograde naman, ito yung nasa taas, ayan, they have the same sequence of movement pero in reverse order. Okay, kumbaga nagkakaroon tayo ng different siding movement. Ayan. And then, we also have canon, level, shadowing, and unison or unison. So, pag sinabi naman pong canon, and they have the performer, okay, do the same movement one after the other. Kumbaga, hindi sila nagsasabay-sabay. Pa-isa-isa. Okay? And then, we also have the level. So, yung ibang mga dancer, ay nakatayo, nakaupo, ganyan. So, magkakaiba ang nagiging movement, no? In terms of dancing. In terms of shadowing naman, it's standing one behind the other or even performing the same moves. Ayan. So, for example, this one. Ayan. So, nagsha-shadowing silang dalawa. And the unison. So, pag sinabing unison or unison, two or more people doing a range of movement at the same time. Okay, so, even magkakaiba sila ng disposition, pero iisa lang yung nagiging stepping nila, that is what we call unison or unison. Now, let's talk about the techniques naman in terms of visual art creation. So, una po dyan is we have the collage, which we already talked about this no, from the previous topics. So, again, pag sinabing collage, ayan, this is a form or this is a combination of different objects or different materials. For example, magazine, newspaper, clips, ribbon, paints, or kahit anong colored materials. Ayan. And binubuo natin ito into one image. Pag sinabi ng mga collage, this is definitely an opposite of collage. So, yung collage kanina, binubuo natin from pieces. Yung decollage naman, yung buo, ginagawa natin into pieces. Okay? So, ano po ang nagiging output nito? if you will be the viewer, no, of this certain art, ayan, magkakaroon ka ng certain imagination. Okay, kung ano yung story behind of this image. And then, we also have the graffiti. So, yung graffiti naman, ayan, usually nakikita natin to sa mga wall. Okay? So, wall or yung mga public spaces, sa mga school, ayan. Normally, ayan, mas madami po yung pag-paint, no, than yung mga word o yung mga text. Mas maraming images kaysa sa mga text. And we have the land art. So, pag sinabi namang land art, yung instrument po na ginagamit natin or yung materials na ginagamit natin to do an art is came from the nature. Okay, so here the example, which is the castle, no? Or the sand castle. So, the sand is came from the nature. So, lahat po ng ginagamitan ng ang pag-resources po ay galing sa nature, that is what we call the land art. So, for example, yung leaves, yan, di ba? Nung makailan lang nauso yan. Nung using leaf, nakaka-create tayo ng mga images o yung nakaka-form tayo ng isang muka or ng faces. Or kahit ano pa, yung pwede nating ma-form, no? So, that is what we call land art. And then, another technique, no, in terms of visual art is we have the digital arts. Alam naman po natin na mas nagiging creative ang isang art kapag po mas napapadali natin itong gawin. And that is the use of digital technology. Okay? So, in digital technology, this is also an umbrella of media art. So, ito ginagawa natin. Ito lalo po yung mga vlogger and they use digital arts. Even po yung mga gumagawa ng mga film, ayan, they use different visual effect. Okay, so it's either digital or traditional artists, they need to have a lot of resources, specifically in terms of electronic information and program to create their work. And we also have the mixed media. So once we talk about mixed media, it refers to the artwork in making of which more than one medium has been employed. So it refers to a work of a visual art that combines various traditionally distinct visual art media. So like for example, may mga canvas tayo, the combination of paint, the ink, and even the collage. Or pwede rin po a combination of a certain object. Tapos ilalagay mo na lang siya, let's say sa mga painting, ganyan. So that is what we call mixed media. And for the last is we have the printmaking. So pag sinabing printmaking naman, this is the process of making artwork by painting, normally in the paper. Okay? Prints are created by transforming ink from matrix or through a prepared screen to sheet of paper or other materials. So yung mga stamp, yan. It is also printmaking. Or let's say, hindi lang din naman yan sa mga papel, kahit din sa mga clothes natin. Yan. Then mga seal screen, ayan. So that is also a form of printmaking. Okay, so kapag naman ito ay sinamahan natin ng digital arts, meron tayong sublimation. So yung sublimation natin, nanggaling yung art, no, through computer or through software, tapos tina-transfer yung output sa certain machine, tapos yung machine na yun nag-i-imprenta nito or ini-imprint, no, sa mga clothes or sa mga tela. So, that is what we call printmaking. Okay, so now let's talk about here the Philippine local materials for contemporary art. So, normally makikita niyo po rito is land art, no? Kasi lahat po ay nanggaling sa natural resources. At alam naman po natin na ang Pilipinas ay napakayaman, no, in terms of natural resources. And because of this, no, Philippines have a lot of idea to create a certain product, no, to offer in the market. Yan. So, tayo po ay napaka-blessed na bansa dahil mayaman tayo, no, sa mga materyales na ito. So, una po is we have the abaka. So, ang abaka, alam naman natin na ito ay maraming paggamit or maraming pwedeng maisagawa or magamit or ma-produce. For example, furniture, texture, handicraft, or even yung mga novelty items and etc. So, ang abaka po ay isa po siyang leaf fiber composed of a long, slim cells that form part of the leaf supporting structure. Next is we have the bakbak. So, ang bakbak naman ay isang fiber din. Okay, specifically, these are brown color. And the raw materials are used for export furniture. So ito ay ang mga product na pwede niyang magawa ay display jar, armchair mat, and also some of the bin boxes. And for the third one, we have the bamboo. And I know that we are all familiar with this. So si bamboo, marami siyang gamit, no? Hindi lang ito product, but also we can do musical instruments or weapon. Next is we have the buntal. Buntal is also a fiber. This is cylindrically shaped. And also, we can use this through bag, shoes, desk, accessories, placemats, and even some of the lampshades or window blinds or blades. And also, we have the buri. So, ang buri naman po ay isa rin po itong fiber na galing sa mga palm. Okay? And this kind of fiber are durable and resistant to moisture. So, specifically, ang mga product na pwede nyo magawa ay hat, bag, basket, memorabilia, boxes, tray, and even other product. Next is we have the coir. So coir is also a coconut fiber. It is a natural fiber extracted from the outer husk of coconut. So ang gamit ito ay bunot. Ayan, alam naman natin yan. The use of this also are floor mats or let's say doormats or brushes and mattresses. And next we have nito. Nito is a plant belong to a family of fern that grow abundantly in the hinterlands of Mindanao. So the products that we can use came from the metal is bag, tray, lamp, shades, decorative jar, and etc. And we also have pandan. So ang pandan, hindi lang ito food, no? This is also a material so that we can use in a certain product. Like for example, mga basket, picture frames, and bags. Next is we have the rattan. So ang rattan po ay isa rin itong palm, no? At ang pwede po natin maging product dito are basket, picture frame, bags, novelty items, and even furniture. And we also have the tikiw. Ang tikiw naman ay isang aquatic herb plant na matatagpuan po sa Central Luzon and also in Mindanao. This is also abundant in freshwater swamp and newly opened rice land at low altitude. So, pwede pong maging product are basket, hampers, bags, rags, carpets, placements, and etc. And for the last, we have the tikog. Ang tikog naman ay isa po itong sea grasses. It is a native reed plant used in weaving. So, ang pwede pong maging products are bags, decorative mats, hampers, newspapers, rugs, table mat, waste bin, towel candle, and boulder wall decor, and etc. And that's it. Thank you for listening.